Hi, this is Doug Heikkinen. I'm here at Schwab's Impact Conference with Craig Stuvland and Craig Butler from True Independence. Welcome, guys.
Hey, thanks for
nice to be here,
having us. Yeah.
Tell me about True Independence. What is it and what do you guys do?
The True Independence is, think of it as a platform. We help advisors, particularly in the wirehouse community, breakaways, you've heard the phrase, but we help them become business owners, not business operators. That's the essence of what we do. Think of yourself as a CEO of the firm that we help you build and moving your practice into that, and think of us as your outsourced C-suite. So we're Chief Financial Officer, Chief Operating, Marketing, Technology, and Compliance Officers reporting to you, working for you, keeping you out of the weeds of operating a business, which in our opinion is where most advisors should be.
One of the hot topics, as we know, is protocol, non-protocol. Please clear that up for all of us. What's going on?
Well, protocol started in 2004. You had all the wirehouses suing each other as one advisor would leave a Merrill to go to a UBS. So they all got together and formed protocol. And protocol says you can take 5 items with you if you leave one firm to the other. Email address, telephone number, account type, and address. And as long as you follow protocol, you are free to move within the wirehouses. So we've been under protocol for now 13 years. There are approximately 1,600 protocol firms. And just recently, and I think this is going to be a really big trend in 2018 and beyond, Morgan Stanley just moved out of protocol. And that's caused a pretty big buzz. There's so many people asking, will all the other majors follow suit? Mm-hmm. We think very much so, because why would the other majors stay in protocol and allow Morgan Stanley to recruit to Morgan Stanley, Merrill Lynch, or UBS and other brokers? I think, but the biggest reason why Morgan pulled out of protocol is they were really losing so many advisors in the independent space, and that's a one-way street. Once advisors go independent, they usually never come back. And so that was their way of shutting the doors, etc. Now, non-protocol existed and advisors transitioned to independence way before protocol, and they will certainly do so in the future. I think our firm benefits greatly. We've transitioned so many non-protocol firms to independence. We're experts in that area. It's all about discovery, strategy, and implementation. Discovery is you really review from a legal standpoint their contracts and agreements. Each state varies as far as state law, so you have to apply state law to those contracts. Strategy is a spectrum from how conservative you want to be to how aggressive you want to be. And we work to determine what those metrics are. And then last but not least is the whole implementation of that strategy. Now, the huge game changer from original days of non-protocol is technology and social media.
Yeah, of course.
And so the tools available to be able for advisors, clients to find their advisor once they break away into independence has been exponential.
Great. So a wirehouse rep is sitting there and they know the grass is greener, they see the grass is greener, and they're still holding on. What are some things that can make them make the jump and make them feel comfortable that you guys can provide?
Well, first of all, most advisors, if they're not going independent, they're thinking about it, right? And to your point, what holds people back? And what I've observed in the last 20 years being in this space is lack of confidence, lack of know-how, fear, trepidation, and lack of resources. So our whole model is actually geared to address each one of those items, if you will. So we have the know-how, we have the knowledge. Certainly we can instill confidence in you to make the decision to break because of the resources that we present. And then we take you through what's necessary to do it, right? So what are the steps? What's it look like to transition? What's it like to own a business? And then along the way, we kind of separate the business ownership from the operating of the business. Operations of a business, in many cases, is a deal stopper for many advisors, right? It's just the idea of being overwhelmed and going beyond just working with clients and having all this other additional responsibility is truthfully just overwhelming. So our whole model is geared to address those fears, trepidations, and I guess lack of a sense of bandwidth, what it takes to run a business.
Think of us as a general contractor, if you will. And it's really the benefit of this whole open architecture. You see all the service providers here at Schwab Impact, and we're able to put together, based on an advisor's needs, all the components of what goes into that business.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
How can people get in touch with you?
How can they get in touch with us?
Easy. Go to the web at www.tru-ind.com for True Independence.
Great. Thanks for joining us today, guys.
Thank you.
Doug.
Appreciate it, Doug.
Take care.